Hi, my name is Julieta Cortez, and for my tech demo 2, I will be presenting Google Forms. So our case study consists of exit tickets, and we have Mrs. Smith who wants to have a more effective way of an exit ticket for her students, and she wants a more effective way of grading and assessing her students' needs with the information she receives from them. Her goals for this is number one, she wants to read students' responses and use that information to help her finalize her plans for the next day's lesson. For example, some students who did not understand the lesson might need some extra instruction the next day. Number two, at the end of the week, she wants to be able to track how individual students and the class as a whole have grown in their understanding. And then number three, she wants to give feedback to individual students about how well they are actually understanding each lesson so that the student knows what they have successfully learned and what they need more work on. The challenges she is facing is number one, it is difficult to precisely evaluate students' understanding because students usually do not write very much or write answers that are very vague. Number two, it is difficult to get a bigger picture understanding of trends and patterns in students' understanding because it is difficult to keep that in mind as she looks through 20 individual slips of paper. Number three, it is difficult to track individual students and the whole class growth over the course of the week. By the end of the week, she has 100 slips of paper that pile up, and she's not able to easily see how students' understanding has improved over time. Number four, it is difficult to get students' feedback about their understanding after an individual lesson or the entire week because of the reasons above. So, because of this, I found Google Forms. I found Google Forms to sign up. So, in order to sign up as a teacher, you would sign up using your Google email. And in order to have access to Google Forms, so it has to be a Google email. For your students, they will need their own personal email, preferably their school email, to fill out the survey. So they will type in their school email in order to complete the survey, and the teacher will provide the survey through the students' emails. So the teacher will copy the link of the survey and send it to his or her students. So then you'll sign in and go to Forms. And then the cost of Google Forms. So Google Forms is free. It is included with your Google email account, and you have a limited forms if your Google Drive is not full. So the making process of a Google Form, the teacher will be able to make an exit ticket using Google Forms and will be able to modify it and see the responses from their students. You will be able to make a new form by clicking on the plus icon once you have signed in. So then the plus icon is here on the blank form. How will the students be using it? Students will be able to access their exit ticket once the teacher has sent them the link to answer the exit ticket questions. This link can be copied and pasted and be shared via email so that the students can just click on the link and it will redirect them to the exit ticket page. So then how you copy the link, you will then enter the email of your students, or you can just click here on the link and it will copy it to your dashboard or your clipboard. So now I can show you Google Forms. So we will search up Google Forms and you will click on the link. Once you click on the link, it will redirect you to this page. Here, you will sign in. And then once you have signed in with your Google account, so you will first, if you don't have a Google account, you will have to create a Google account. By creating a Google account, you just go to Google and create an account. It will then give you an email. You would type in all the information that it asks for. Once you have your email and password, you can just sign in to Google Forms. Once you have signed in, it will redirect you to this page. I used a blank format you can click on it, and then it'll get you to this page. Here you can create, type in any type of question. You can see the responses once you have shared your link to others, and then the settings to this survey. You can make it into a quiz, the responses, how the presentation is looking, things like that. In this case, I have already made one. So mine is named Tech Demo 2 Exit Slips. And here you can ask your students for their email. And then you can type in your first question and make it into a multiple choice. You can also require the answer key. For example, I said the correct answer is a word that means the same as the word being compared to, and I can change the points or the worth of points for each question. Here you can also use a multiple choice answer. By doing that, you just click here. You can ask multiple choice or multiple check boxes. You drop down a short answer, things like that. And again, you can have an answer key and then type in your points. And then I also used a short answer. Here, there's no answer key since the teacher will be rating these, but you can add how many points you will want to grade them. The settings to create this into a quiz, I just said make a quiz and you just click on the toggle. You can see the missed questions, the correct answers, point values, the responses that will be collected. And then you can also see the release of grades. So you can release the grades right away as soon as the students have taken their exit ticket, or you can do it later and release the grades later. I did it later because, well, then again, you had to read the short answer. I have already shared this exit ticket with myself. So you will see that there's two responses. I've taken a total of two exit tickets just for the purpose of this assignment. But in order to, I want to, before I show you the responses, I want to show you how to share it. So you will share it to your students by clicking send. And here you can type in manually all your students' email addresses, or you can just click on the link and hit copy. Once you copy the link down, you can just send it via email to all your students or put it to Google Classroom or any other site that you have your classroom with, and your students can just directly click on the link. So I will copy the link, and then here I will paste the link and go. And as you can see, your students will have to require the email just so you can tell who did it. And then they will answer the questions. As you can see, they can see the points worth of each question. I can answer these quickly just so you can see how it works. Your students can type out they don't know, and then they will submit it. Oh, and I forgot to add my email. I will add my email, and then I will submit it. And then now you can go back to your own and see that there has been 3 responses in total. You will then click responses, and then you can see how many people scored 2 points, 4 points, or 0 points, or even 1 and 3. And then here you can see the question and how many people of the 3 answered correctly. You can see the email address, who attended, who did the exit ticket. And you can see the scores they have done. For example, my first input of this exit ticket, I have already graded the um, short response. That's why I can say that I got a 4 out of 4. Um, you can also see who got correctly the first question, the second question, and then the third question. So you can see two people said, I don't know, and then one person actually responded to the question. Now, you can also see them, that's just a summary. You can also see them question by question. So here, the first question, you can see that one response said it correctly, and then two responses said a word that means the opposite, and you can see who responded to that. And then for the sake of grading purposes, you can then just click on that one student and then look at how that student answered to this exit ticket. And then you can just type in how many points they get. So for example, automatically the exit ticket said 0 because they didn't choose the correct answer for the first two questions. And then here you will have to read the short answer and then grade it yourself. You can also give feedback to your students and type in a small comment or other beneficial things for them. And for the students who get it correctly, you can just, review their answers again, give them the correct points, and see it says that it's wrong, but it's because you didn't type in a correct answer for the third question. So you have to go back, read what they said, and then offer them the full credit, half credit. For example, this question. And that's how you can use your exits ticket um, for your benefit as the teacher and benefit for their students.